Another thing. Great. I love those.
Yeah, what's about that blue steel door in the back of the kitchen?
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
What's behind it?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the frit warehouse, probably.
Hey everybody, Charlie and I are 2 here, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. When we last left off, we were talking to the owner of the pawn shop here. Let's go ahead and continue.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Okay, I've got a 58% chance of passing that check. Let's see if we can sell something.
Let me have a look.
Not my clothes. Let's check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Empty cassette case, pen, figurine set. I was hoping we could sell the mug that we found in the trash, the racist mug. Apparently we can't. What about clothes?
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
I guess I don't have anything to sell.
Another time, perhaps.
I don't want to come fill this check. However, I may retry it. Before we do this, let's see what he may be able to add to our see if he might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
That seems like a fair business acumen there.
He doesn't know anything.
Okay.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Let's see if we could pass this check. And fingers crossed.
Feeling warm
We did
and
it.
enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
What is it?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Should we just straight ask him? I feel like he's been upfront about the street light. He probably will be upfront about this. So where does a man get Parolidon these days?
How would I know?
I feel like it may be worth having. It's pretty obvious that you're under the influence, sir. Just curious. I probably did lots before I lost my memory. I don't know about that. Let's do number 1. It's pretty obvious.
Parolidon is just something since the People's Pile disaster.
People's Pile disaster.
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
Oh.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
What's the People's Pile?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Kind of a Chernobyl / 3 Mile Island analog?
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
Why is it called the People's Pile?
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell, They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West.
Okay, so it was for the people.
Needless to say, things didn't work out.
What is a particle decay generator?
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
Hence, people's pile. Okay, why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Okay, and he was part of the emergency relief brigade.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
Okay.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud, years getting sick.
It must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths, cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Alright, so I'm noticing here when there's a continuation of the same speaker speaking, that it almost sounds like different recording quality. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. Is this the portion that is added from the final cut? And maybe it was recorded at a different date and time, maybe even after the fact? Or is this like this in the base game? Let me know in the comments if you know that. I've never played Disco Elysium before, so I would have no way of knowing what is cut content and what is not. Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's. A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
This is true. How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Okay, I mean, that all checks out and makes sense. Thanks for telling me, brother.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Care to share your... I can't say that. Your drugs with me?
Have you tried it before?
I don't know.
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. He won't be your knock, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
I haven't, but don't worry, I can take it.
If you say so. Here you go, man.
And just giving it to me for free.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut.
Oh, so we have to take it now. We can't just carry it around with us. Let's take it.
Of course.
Alright, I have other business to take care of. Is it... Okay, so we have 4 uses of this. Gives us psyche, which we really need. Takes away health, which, you know, it's a drug, makes sense. Okay, so we don't use it immediately. That's good. So we have this to use when we need to. And what's our journal say? Done. Okay. Sing karaoke, replace the ball. Alright. Think we're done in here. Let's hit tab, make sure we haven't checked over here.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Heimdall burning.
Heimdall, okay.
The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
Familiar. Smell it.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there.
Continue.
Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Okay.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
What's the deal with the man on this
It's
shirt?
the man from Heimdall.
Walking away from his burning village. Yes.
I'm guessing I'm supposed to know who this man from Heimdall is, but I lost my memory recently and need help remembering basic facts about reality. Or, who's man from Heimdall again?
The man from Heimdall is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla. Mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD.
Yeah, all that makes sense to me.
In fact, most people don't think that man from Heimdall ever really existed. But they are wrong.
Okay.
Heimdall isn't a real place.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Heimdall are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
Wow, what?
Yeah. What do you mean it was real?
I mean, even if the man from Heimdall didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Is it?
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Heimdall, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
Okay. You got more of a pass than you let on.
It's for the best, because Heimdall is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
Well, that's because he's high right now. How much are you selling this shirt
2
for?
real.
That's dirt cheap.
I mean, you could just give it to me.
But why?
Perhaps I could repay you in some other way.
I deal in goods, not services.
Man. Physical instrument shivers and I lose authority. So it's physically boosting, not psychologically. All right, let's let go of it for now. All right, let's go back to the hostel and check out the kitchen. We were supposed to go there after 1 o'clock. It's 1:30. By the time we make it there, it'll probably be closer to 2. Well, yeah, it's past 1:30. It'll be 2 when we get there. Can I run? Doesn't look like it. Or if I can, I don't know how to. Whoops. Damage looks like caused by an earthquake. No, it's caused by an artillery shell. We know this already. On the way there, let's look at this. Enormous bowls. Okay, cool. Person over here. What's this? Trash? Bottles inside. You can pick them up if you had a bag. Okay, well, I guess we need to get a bag. Whipper, flashlight, and low light areas. Makes sense. Oh, has she moved? She looks like she's moved, but she might not have. All right, this is open now. Let's go back here. Not as big as I expected. Dishes are dry and they smell of chemicals and pine trees. Yeah, we'll take the money. Aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. What's up?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
How's that pronounced? Gorashi? Gorashi? Gorachi? Let's see.
As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Goransi.
Goransi. And Goransi.
Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Goransi Quebec. Please. It's not funny.
Okay. Hello, sir.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
Okay.
It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine? Why would I say that? Oh, we can always talk to Kim. What's this door?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
We may find something pertinent to the investigation.
Yes, I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation.
Is this a side quest?
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
Yeah, I think it may have to do with the main investigation.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Yes, he is. Let's push on it.
The door does not budge.
Touch it.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted.
40 or 50 years.
It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Okay. Let's go talk to Gart. And try to get in there. How much money did I owe him? I think it was 15, right? Or maybe it was more than that.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those.
Yeah, what's about that blue steel door in the back of the kitchen?
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
What's behind it?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably.
Continue.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Yeah, he wants to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage.
I mean, I have tools. I can probably make it back there.
So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Okay.
Yes?
Goodbye. What do we get here? Oh, we've leveled up. Okay. Psyche is still hurting. Okay, so this is the cap we can get to with these. Inland Empire is pretty legit. Volition is now at 1. That's keeping my sanity, basically. Physique is pretty low. So, interfacing would allow me to try to open my ledger again. Yeah, we're going to do that. Level up interfacing. Pick locks and pockets. Yeah, we want to avoid conflict as much as we can because we suck at interacting with people both physically and psychologically. So we'll try to focus on our knowledge and our basically our motor skills to try to avoid that. So let's accept changes and close. Now we're going to go back to our ledger. Interact.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
Right,
It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
72%. Fingers crossed. Go for it.
Just relax.
Got it.
The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
Let's slide the drawer open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other.
Please be my badge.
The compartment is now open. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Wow. Okay. Pick up the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Zoo and aquarium. All right. Pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
I don't know why I would smell it, but let's smell it.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored.
Apricot flavored chewing gum.
A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand.
Okay, this is the first mention that we've known a woman.
A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting.
So, young woman's handwriting on a postcard. And then we had 2 tickets to the zoo and the aquarium, and imagine maybe a date.
Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy.
So I would say this could be for a case, but it did say that the handwriting was familiar, so Harry could be our name. Keep reading.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road.
Okay.
Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Okay.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear.
Okay, I'm in my own headspace now.
Sparks fall like snow from the bow collector. A streetcar distancing.
That's exactly what I thought.
You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
I lost it.
No. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
Fall sideways. Okay. Did we lose again? Seems like Kim's there. Look at this. Jesus. Is this a loading screen? Begin.
There is nothing.
This is not the same beginning. I'm just waking up again.
Again.
Yeah, it says again. Nothing?
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery. Just blackout.
Alright, well, just lie there passed out, I guess.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who is that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water.
No,
Slimy.
I was cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Alright, so I gained a thought.
Tell him.
Smell is going to tell me what?
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
Was I betrayed? We'll say it smelled nice. We'll focus on the positive right now.
It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
What was the Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
There's something about a bow collector, too.
Yeah, man. What was that about?
What was that X something?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Yeah, that.
Don't prod at it. It will start moving again.
Alright, let's just lie there motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Yeah, that's probably Kim. What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious.
Delicious?
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Okay.
Drink. Water.
Let's go ahead and drink.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Continue.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Yeah, seems like it.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
Continue.
What happened?
Came into contact with burnout ruins of the past. I was dehydrated. Won't happen again. You know what? Let's be honest. I came into contact with burnout ruins of the past.
That does sometimes happen.
All right, we got our ledger back.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's just nod.
Good.
What's this?
Finger pistols, 9mm.
This artwork.
Snap, snap, baby.
Horrifying.
Turns out guns aren't that much for protecting as they are for attacking people. If you want to protect people, really work for them, you have to whip out your signature dual 9mm Villiers finger pistols. Who needs real guns anyway? That conversation you just had? It would have gone better had you snapped those bad boys at them. Note, 9mm dual finger pistols do not count for an actual weapon in a gunfight.
So this gives me reaction speed and suggestion. Looks like I can have 6 and possibly more. Maybe up to 12 of these thoughts. Alright, the bow collector. Sparks fall like snow from the bow collector of a streetcar number 42, slowly down the slope from Voyager Road and then east on the B206 across the river. So we can think about that, or we can think about White Morning. Before we think about anything else, let's continue this thought, which we've been thinking out for a long, long time. And that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you like what I'm doing here, if you like my content, please give me a like, comment, and a subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And stay tuned for next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.